Is this thing on? I'm kidding on. Hey guys, Goggsy here, and welcome to the first live stream on the channel in a wee while. And we've been joined by our good old friend Mozza. How's it going, mate?
I'm good, mate. How's you?
Oh, I'm absolutely superb. It's been a while since Scotland were in a World Cup, so here's hoping that today is not a lost cause. And because Scotland are potentially going to be in the World Cup in Qatar,
Hopefully.
hopefully, yeah. It's a massive if. We've got two massive games before that if they do get played. Here's hoping that this is not just done for nothing.
Aye, it would be just like us to lose to Ukraine after all this, would it? But let's hope not. Let's hope not.
Absolutely. So we'll go through the comments so far. Hello, Luke and Finlay, channel legends. Daddy Cake says we would prefer teams from like Oceania or CAF.
Africa.
Is that Africa? I thought it was Asia's AFC.
Oh, is it Asia? Africa, Asia, or Oceania. We'll take any of them.
Aye. Whatever. Hello, Finlay. Yeah. Hello, Stilly. And Joseph's back as well. And they're just running through the sort of intro right now in the live feed.
I love how we've just got Archie Gamo, by the way, in the live feed. That was good.
Oh, no. It looked beautiful, didn't it? Oh, there's the Maradona handball as well.
Scotland's best moment at a World Cup, that.
It was. Do you think? Oh, that age-old question. I don't know if I can answer that right now. I don't want to drink things.
We definitely can. The question is, will we? I think we're better than Ukraine, but obviously, who knows how that's going to go? Even if we're going to play them or not, I'm not even convinced we'll get to play them. But
I know.
The Wales game's the one I'd be worried about because Gareth Bale's just on another planet. So
yeah, I'm actually concerned that I don't think the Ukraine game's actually going to get played because the way football shouldn't consider politics, and if a team cannot fulfill a fixture, then they have to forfeit the match.
Yeah, I mean they've done the right thing, giving them a chance to play it. But if they can't play it, then we'll just get put straight through because that's what they did for Poland when they were meant to play Russia.
Yeah.
So we just have the Welsh game, but that's 50-50, I think, if we play Wales. So I'd kind of rather it be like that than us play Ukraine, do our panning, maybe squeeze through, and then get papped after that. So
exactly. Especially with the 4 Nations League games in June as well. Like hopefully playing against Wales will be the first game before the Nations League matches, because then we've got Armenia after that, instead of playing 4 fixtures and then knocking our pan in, and then look, we've got to just squeeze in past Wales, of course.
That's the other things. We've got Ukraine in our Nations League group. So if we can't play them in the playoff, we can't play them in the Nations League either. So at least there'll be dates there free to sort the playoff games.
Yeah, you're right. Joseph says, I'm just going to be here for a brief moment because I'm celebrating my little sister's birthday. Happy birthday to your sister, mate. Yeah, James, we're just about to run through the teams right now. John Mitchell says, hello, Goggsy. Nice to see you back. Nice to have you back, John. Thank you. I would good. We'll talk about this in a wee bit because this is more specifically on the draw. So let's have a look at pot 1. So we've got Qatar, the hosts, Brazil, Belgium, France, Portugal, England, Argentina, and Spain. Pot 2 is Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, Switzerland, Mexico, USA, Uruguay, and Croatia. Pot 3 has Japan, Serbia, Iran, Morocco, South Korea, Senegal, Poland, and Canada. And in the glorious pot 4, Ecuador, Cameroon, Saudi Arabia, Ghana, Peru, Wales or Scotland or Ukraine, Costa Rica or New Zealand, and the United Arab Emirates or Australia or Peru.
We're in with the big boys in pot 4.
Aye. We definitely are. Wait a minute. I copied this from The Sun, and they've accidentally got Peru in twice. I've just noticed that.
Because never ever copy stuff for The Sun.
No, I know. That was my bad. Aye. But yes, so Moza, is there any teams in the World Cup that you would prefer to have in your group?
But we were talking about this before. We basically came up with the same perfect group, haven't we? So
Yeah.
having a look at it, I don't know if you guys in the chat will agree with this, but you want Qatar for pot one because
Oh yeah.
you don't want to face any other of those teams. I don't care if Qatar's the host nation. I don't care how many Brazilians have managed to turn to Qatar before the World Cup. Want them first. Second, I think Switzerland over America, but one of those two, either Switzerland or the States. And then pot three, I've got Iran, but then Tunisia no far behind. I'd quite like to get Iran, but I'd quite happily play Tunisia as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I even like before I asked Moza off camera, I said my ideal would be Qatar, Switzerland, or USA or Iran, and then us. Asterisk if we get beat, if we get through against Ukraine and Wales, but of course, the typical thing is if we were to go through, the heat of Qatar would just absolutely melt us by the first game.
I feel sorry for Canada, especially. Like they're going to absolutely melt.
Oh no, they're like Icemen. they are this year's Iceland.
But obviously, there's no point in us talking about the best group we can get because that'll be England's group. So England's destined to get Iran and they're destined to get the US, aren't they? So
Right, definitely.
Probably get Canada as our fourth.
Mm-hmm. Samuel Dix says, unfortunately, I can't go to the Motherwell game tomorrow. I think that's actually a plus. But I hope you get better soon, mate. We're not going to talk about club football. I'm a bit adverse.
He's a bit tender about the building now, so we'll move on swiftly.
Hello, Ross. But one's a good one, man. Hope we get Qatar though.
Yeah.
Rumours saying that the playoff semi-final could be on the 7th of June.
So that's when we're meant to play Ukraine in the Nations League.
Yeah.
So they're basically just saying they'd use that for the playoff game.
You want to just use that as a double or nothing?
I think they would. I think they said they would just double it up so we kind of save time. But depends if they can actually play or not.
I know, that's the thing. That's the problem. Marcus says that he supports Mexico as well as Scotland, and the US have more than proven themselves as the best in North America after we dominated for years.
Neither of them are top of that qualifying group. It's a Canadian.
I know Canada won that group by 3 points.
My Canadian pal, if he's watching, I've got to say it for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Canada absolutely battered Jamaica in their second last game to qualify.
To be fair, I think Mexico's a team you'd want to avoid because they play some really good stuff. And at World Cups, they tend to turn up as well.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Roscoe. Hope everything's good with the family, mate. Yeah, shout out to Regan. There you go, mate. So, of course, moving on, though, we've talked about what our favoured group would be, but who do you think Scotland will be getting, Moza?
We tend to get at least one really good team when we're in a big tournament, don't we? I could see us getting France just because, like when you look back at the teams we've drawn, we've had Brazil, we've had England, we've had now kind of racking the brain the other major tournaments we've been back at. We've always got a proper favourite in our group. It's like France, Spain. I'd take England, by the way. Out of pot one, if we can't get Qatar, I'd quite happily play England again.
Yeah, I mean, Scotland and England, there's not much different in climate. Much happily, I mean, to play against England would be great again, but I think I've only just recovered from the emotional roller coaster of that game of Stephen O'Donnell nearly scoring against England.
I'd rather play England than say Belgium, for example.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So at least we know England and we know how to play against them.
100%. James Hastings says it feels good to at least see our name in the World Cup draw. Of course, we are not there yet, but we're in the draw.
Still counts.
Yeah. Yes, I'll be going, unfortunately. Muzza also says that we'll get England. Be interesting, though. I mean, I think in my prediction, I've got down that I think we'll get probably Spain, Mexico, Japan, and then us.
I
Right
can
at
see
the
us
tail
getting
end.
somebody like Mexico who will be used to the hot weather for pot 2, and then that'll scupper
Mhm.
us.
Oh yeah.
Japanese are used to a bit of hot weather as well, aren't they, in the summertime? So
Mhm.
I'll be like, it's such a big thing with the climate over there because it's so warm. You kind of want to get other teams for cold weather nations to give
Yeah.
yourself
So
a shot.
aye.
So we
So
take like Poland, for example, because it's not that hot there most of the time.
mhm,
But
mhm.
yeah, you don't want Serbia.
No, don't want Serbia either. No, we better qualify. I've booked my plane tickets. Where are you
Brave man.
staying actually? In a tent next
I
to the
respect
stadium.
it. I respect it, Archie.
I mean, I was thinking about going, but like, there's how many bits of accommodation for what would be about 1.5 million people over the course of 4 weeks?
I think they're saying most folk are going to stay in the UAE and fly over for games, for what they were talking about,
Aye, but
which is mental.
how mental is the price is going to be from the UAE to
Aye.
Qatar?
The whole thing's just a cash grab, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh, it absolutely is. In our group at France was Brazil,
Norway and Morocco.
Norway. Yeah.
Because we went into the Morocco game knowing a win could get us through, and we pied it and lost 3-0 when they'd all bleached our hair blonde at that point.
And I think we drew with Norway as well.
We did. We drew 1-1. Craig Burley scored. And Brazil beat us, but John Collins scored to equalise, if I mind rightly. Penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You put that up on Twitter about
I did.
half an hour ago. Aren't all the stadia going to be air conditioned? I believe so.
To a point. To a
But
point.
still, it's going to be roasting.
The thing is, like, still with training and stuff, it's still going to take you out of them because they're not going to be. It's just going to be tough, like.
Muzza, we cannot get Canada. Canada are. No, wait.
Canada
No,
Airport.
they're in pot 3, sorry. I thought for a second they were in pot 4. But,
Oh no, Canada's pot 4. That's right.
what are they?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what?
That's that sun getting getting to you again.
I'm just double checking it. No, Canada's the last team in pot 3.
Oh, maybe
So we can get
maybe my list's wrong then, because I've got Canada pot 4. Somebody get that for us, will you?
Aye. Because it says here Ecuador, Cameroon, Saudi Arabia, Ghana, Peru, then us, Costa Rica or New Zealand, and UAE or Australia in pot 4.
Yeah, I think that's only 7 teams. I think Canada's 8th. But somebody will get us tell, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Aye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's right. That's right.
Unless it's changed. Does the world rankings change the last wee bit? And I might have an old list. I'll get a new list up.
I have no idea. But we'll see. See, the worst thing about cup draws is they drag it out forever.
Aye. Full of folk just chatting absolute rubbish. Can't wait.
Aye.
Oh, there you go. Graham said it's pot 4. So
Pot 4. Right, I need to update these then.
just go to the BBC list. Ignore this.
Okay. Ah, dearie me. I was doing so well as well. I got ready at 4 and shat it.
I think the real question is if we qualify, is Sod's going to make it?
Mate, he's hardly making the Motherwell team at the moment.
That's what I mean. I was surprised he get called up for the friendlies. Like.
But still, he played quite well, actually.
He did. He was all right. Aye.
Can he not just bring that form back to Motherwell? That'd be very nice.
Is he not club captain at Motherwell?
Yeah.
Will you move on?
We'll move on.
How you doing, Jambo? Welcome in, mate.
Sky says pot 4. Right, I should never ever copy the Sun ever again.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned. As a budding journalist myself. Yeah.
Aye, that's what I've got. Perfect. That's all good.
Yeah. Aye, so. Yes, St Mirren will beat Motherwell. I'm saying that now. Put your life savings on it.
Do not do that.
What? Stephen Robinson's homecoming party?
I do not put your life savings on the well to beat St Mirren. Don't do it.
No, that's why I said put your life savings on St Mirren beating Motherwell.
Oh, St Mirren. I thought you meant the other way around.
Just trying a bit of reverse psychology.
Here's a good question for you. Are we going to Qatar if we qualify? What do you think, Gogs?
Hold on a sec.
I'll tell you my answer then while he's off doing whatever he's doing. I'm not sure, I'll be honest, because I'm pretty sure that you'll be allowed to drink but only a certain amount, and they don't really allow alcohol in the country, and I'm the kind of person that likes a drink when I go on tour with Scotland, so I'm not sure that I'd enjoy it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I can just see somebody getting arrested for something and it'll just go up Pete Tom. Like,
we've got my Welsh mate Mark saying Qatar, Uruguay, Canada, and Wales. Mark, come on in. I'll send you a link if you want to come in. Feel free.
I like the way you slipped in that. That was clever. That was good.
Yeah, brilliant. Jamie, let's not make this a Motherwell bashing live stream.
I mean, I'm up for it. I can't believe I've managed to make it 16 minutes through a Scotland stream and I've not mentioned Ryan Gold yet.
I know. Do you think he'll make the squad?
He better. Otherwise, he might end up declaring for Canada and playing for them.
Aye, because he goes down to like 5 years spent in a country or something like that.
I think it's 3 years for Canada.
I
think you're pretty quick for folk for the
over here.
I think. It might be wrong.
Because I know Russia signed a few Brazilian players.
Aye, but it's Russia, innit? They've always been dodgy.
No, yeah. And then this year, of course.
Moving on swiftly.
Aye. James says we're definitely getting England.
Aye. I think so.
Aye, so are we going to Qatar if we qualify? I have barely enough money to get me through the rest of this season. Life as a student is not the greatest. If I can save up, don't know. I don't know if my girlfriend
find a way. You can always find a way.
If there's a will, there's a way.
There is always a way.
There is always a way. But I don't know if I want to take my girlfriend.
That's the other thing. It's not exactly the most open country for women either. Mm-hmm. So I think if it was a group of guys going and you weren't going to get too drunk, you'd be fine. But you've got that issue with the drinking. You've also got the issue with women there as well.
Yeah.
I think it's even worse than Dubai, and Dubai's still got some issues, doesn't it? So
I think I would wait and say if Scotland qualify for Euro 24, definitely going for that.
Aye.
Because it's in Germany. We'll bring Mark into the stream. See if he's available.
Get some Welsh balance in the chat.
Is it starting yet? No.
Here's a good question just while we're waiting for him. One player that you think should be called up to the Scotland squad. There he is.
Hey Mark, how's it going?
Right, let's test this because normally when I come on this, it doesn't work.
It's working.
Yeah, because
is it working?
It's working.
Well, I'm not in student hall anymore, but I'm in a really small house. But yeah, I'm on the 4G. I'm on the.
Aye, so
Sorry?
Finlay says he's a bit nervous of the draw, even though we are in it.
Technically, we're in it, but we're not really in it. We're a third in it.
Yeah, I mean, there's 33.333333% chance of us getting through.
Best shot will get a 50% chance, aren't we? So
50%, yeah.
Where about my TV remote? It's about to go off.
I'm just keeping an eye on it. They're still just chatting away about whatever nonsense they're chatting about. So hopefully it won't be too long.
So she. Oh, and Mark's
he's dropped. He's gone.
He's dropped. Connection has dropped.
See if he comes back.
Aye. So, who do you think is louder? Can we not keep the politics of club football out of an international stream for one day? But it's well, boys. Of course. I'd get slashed if I didn't say well, boys. James says we won't have to beat Ukraine. I reckon we will go through forfeit, and then I think we will beat Wales 3-2.
Take that.
Oh, definitely take that.
To be honest, I think the same. I think we'll get through in forfeit. I can't see it changing with Ukraine right now, can you?
And so, do you think that would mean that they will end up having to give us 6 points for the UEFA Nations League?
Well, I think they might just remove them for the Nations League and we'll just do it as a 3-team group. Because we can do that as well, can't we?
Aye.
Like, there's a few Nations League groups that have only got 3 teams rather than 4, so they'll probably just... Like, they won't want to disadvantage them, so they'll just say, oh, you can keep your spot in this level, but run as a 3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that'd be great, though.
And I mean, I'd take that, because that would get us through to a final.
I would absolutely take that. Means that we don't
Scotland, Wales and Cardiff to see who goes through. It'd be amazing. It'd be so good. Definitely go there, by the way, even if we're not going to Qatar.
Well, Armenia?
No, to Wales.
To Wales? Oh, aye.
For the playoff.
Aye, that'd be good. That'd be good. Keep Ukraine out of our group. Sorry, I'm getting very selfish here.
Aye, Mark's going to just stay in the chat, he's saying, because he's...
Yeah, he's... Come on, Hearts 51 says, or 5-1, says, what's the draw? And the draw is on the BBC channel. There's a live stream for it.
They've currently got dancing folk and...
Hula hoops?
Hula hoops.
I thought that was Lionel Messi and a hula hoop there for a second.
The amount of nonsense, like, just get to the draw, man.
I know.
The draw's not been made yet, Mark. No.
And John says C Mark is still on his pound stretcher internet.
McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Oh, brilliant. Why have they got pyramids? I didn't know Qatar had pyramids.
Oh, they've just stolen them for Egypt, have they?
Aye, so Canada are pot 4.
We've hopefully not got long to wait now because they're showing us the pots at the minute. So,
and
they're showing us the playoffs as well. So Peru, UAE, and Australia is in the same position we're in, so we're not that far behind.
Yeah. Aye. Upgraded to pound world, I'll have you know. Just hope Bale stays on his feet if we get to the playoff, unlike what he did last time.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
So the Qatar playoffs are Wales against Scotland or Ukraine, Costa Rica versus New Zealand, and Peru against UAE or Australia. But I think Australia will probably get through to Peru, and then Peru might beat Australia.
I mean, Peru's beat us in a World Cup before, so I don't know if we can really say much. But you'd think the Aussies will get through. The Aussies got a decent squad.
Because it's in Peru, I think Peru will beat Australia.
Didn't I think about that? Is it in Peru?
Well, it said that Peru was the home team, so unless it's played on neutral soil.
Yeah, I don't know if it's played neutral or no, because that's a hell of a journey, that.
Aye, because, I mean, our game's just at Cardiff. But I really see if they had that at Wembley, that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Wales against Scotland at Wembley, that would be class.
I'm just reading Kiefer Moore for Ballon d'Or in the chat.
Oh, brilliant.
Can keep Kiefer Moore, we've got London Dykes, mate.
The Australian Scot. Presley's on Sky Sports.
I'm
Jesus.
delighted we're not watching Sky Sports.
Oh, I know.
Be falling asleep on the live stream if we were listening to Presley.
Oh, aye.
They're still showing highlights of England failing at the Euros and all that. So
England in the World Cup, of course.
it's the Russian World Cup. Aye, right enough.
Uh-huh.
So hopefully we're not waiting too long. If anyone knows when the actual draw is going to happen, let us know as well. But
aye. Having to watch an English BBC.
I feel for you.
Yeah, I think we're doing the same. "2018, the year of the beer being flung in the air."
It's just a waste of good beer, that.
I know.
You won't see that in Qatar, will you? Beer getting thrown in the stands and all that.
No. It'll be J2O. Cardiff is the venue. Wales and Scotland in Cardiff would be a nicer event than watching a World Cup around the fireplace in the winter.
I hated the idea originally. I kind of like the idea of having a World Cup winter now.
Really?
Like, assuming that I'm not going to go to Qatar, I quite like the idea of going to the pub at winter time and watching the World Cup, just as a one-off.
It is. I mean, it's different.
It'll be different by going to a cosy pub in winter time, getting pissed, watching Scotland. I think it'll be a good laugh for a one-off thing.
Aye.
If we get
Sure.
them. That is.
When was the last time Scotland played in December?
Good question. No idea.
Must be like the 80s or something like that. Don't worry, we're definitely going to.
We'll see.
We'll see, mate. Oh, brilliant. Superb.
They're still just chatting away. Come on.
Aye.
They like to stretch us out, the FIFA, do they? Actually, I'll tell you what I'll ask you while we're waiting. Have you heard the new World Cup song that's came out today? I don't know if it was today, but I saw it today.
Yeah, it came out today.
It sounds like they're just trying to rip off one of the tunes for South Africa's World Cup, does it not?
Yeah, it definitely felt that. I mean, like, I still don't think the World Cup for 2014's anthem will ever be topped. We Are One, but
the We Are One, yeah.
I think that was better than Waka Waka. But
that's tough.
I think Waving Flag is a wee bit further ahead.
I liked Waka Waka.
Mm-hmm. You just like Shakira, mate. Don't lie.
I'm not going to lie, mate. That's a tough one. I don't know which I choose between them, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. DM McDonald says, "At least you're not talking about England here. I've had my fill flicking through." Yeah.
Hey, the DM it.
Mark says, "Here's where Ukraine just qualify ahead of either of us, with Ukraine fans watching this back as smug as you like."
Bill Leckie thinks we should just roll over and let them go through, obviously. So.
Oh, I know. That's like one of the worst football opinions out there I've ever heard.
It's honestly just, I laughed when I saw it because I knew someone would do it. I thought it would be Graham Spears or something, but no.
Oh, I know, because he's trying so hard to actually get relevant.
He's just trying to get clicks at a minute. He's just.
Mm-hmm. Though I had a good laugh when BBC showed that what they call Lampard's ghost goal.
What everyone doesn't remember about that game, that England, it was Germany, wasn't it? It was England, Germany.
They speak as if that goal was just to deny them a victory, but they got pumped 4-1.
But the funniest thing that happened in that entire game was at some point, like with 20 minutes left to go, Gareth Barry gave somebody a 10-yard head start to chase a ball, and the other boys still beat Gareth Barry to it. He was like, he's running through quicksand. It's like a cartoon with Roadrunner or something. So funny.
I must say, I can't remember that part, but it sounds brilliant. I think I'll have to go watch that.
Look it up on YouTube. There's a clip of it that somebody's put like cartoon music, like clown music. It's brilliant.
Oh, Mark says that the song from the last Euros was better than Waka Waka.
Is that the song for the last Euros, or is he a Rangers man?
No, he's not a Rangers
man. Sorry for besmirching your name there, Mark.
Lisa says, "What channel's the draw? The draw is on BBC. I think it's on Sky as well. It's like basically plastered everywhere. So even if you just type in on Google where is the draw, and you'll find it. It's on we're watching it on BBC.
BBC website's easiest place to get it, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they've got England's best possible group: USA, Tunisia, and Saudi Arabia. They're wanting to avoid Scotland. Look at that! They're wanting to avoid Scotland.
It's funny that. So they've chosen Tunisia ahead of Iran as well, and that's what I thought at the start. But then I changed my mind.
And the worst case scenario is England, Germany, Senegal, Peru.
Senegal? Sure, there's better teams than Senegal in pot 3.
I think it's just because of all the Sadio Mane.
I mean, you've got Serbia and Poland. Surely one of them would be worse than Senegal. They might literally just be choosing because of Sadio Mane. Aye.
Yeah, I think so. Or
Japan's
maybe because they want to show a wee bit more diversity.
I think Serbia would have more chance of beating England than Senegal would.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And that boy Mitrovic is something else in the Championship anyway.
Decent striker, aye. He's the kind of boy that will wind up Maguire and get him sent off as well, which would be brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Probably closest to playing in December is when we lost 6-0 to Holland in... Oh, dear.
We don't remember that leg. We remember the other leg that was good.
Yeah, the faddy goal.
The faddy goal, that was
it. Sausage Man says, Gogsy, are you related to Phil Jones? No, but I can make a cracking amount of funny faces just like he makes. But I'm not going to do them in case I get clipped. Speaking of USA, funny how they never go on about Rob Green's side.
Oh, that was so good as well, wasn't it? I was so good. I actually forgot about that.
That was
until you mentioned it there, right? You never remember Rob Green did that.
Gogsy, oh no, just please no.
Every 5 minutes, somebody's going to ask it, and you're going to have to deal with it.
Right, let me just throw that stat out there. Over the last 9 games, Motherwell have beaten St Mirren once. St Mirren, last I checked, are 17-5 to win the match tomorrow.
17-5?
Yes.
It's good odds.
It was either 17-5 or 11-5. Probably 11-5.
Still good odds.
But still, yeah, it's better than 2-1. So if you're picking a coupon for tomorrow, pick St Mirren. I'm telling you now. Stephen Robinson's homecoming. Mark says, here's the thing, if we don't qualify, we're supporting Canada, right?
Yeah.
And everyone who plays England. Yeah, absolutely.
Got to support the Canadians if we don't make it, right?
Oh, yeah. Got to.
Hopefully they can do it in Iceland. That's what we were saying before we started today, that they could be the new Iceland. So
yeah. Senegal won AFCON. Yes. I suppose that's a big thing. And they just beat Egypt to get through. So Egypt are
did
probably
you see how they beat Egypt though?
It was on penalties, wasn't it?
Aye, but the fans putting 101 lasers in the faces of the Egypt players when they were taking their pens. Honestly, there's a picture of Salah and it looks like he's see with the old days with the green gunge that used to get in kids' shows.
Yeah.
Looks like his face is covered in it. They couldn't take proper pens because they were getting absolutely just lasered out their minds.
Even if Scotland qualify, we're still supporting anyone who plays England and supporting Roy Keane putting the other clowns in ITV in their place.
Yes.
Playing Senegal is like a night out at garage. Alexa, play Discoland. No! Alexa, stop!
That's amazing. Gonna
Oh,
get
Mark,
taped
you
in
hit
with
me there.
DMCA. I hope somebody else's Alexa's beside their stream right now, and that's happened as well.
Superb.
Abby's still asking. You're going to have to answer.
Abby, you're no getting it, pal. We're no winning tomorrow. Only just turned it on the TV half an hour into and no draw. Pleased to have missed all the formalities. Never been so happy to miss the start of a show.
This is why they don't tell you what time the draw's up, so they can give you all this guff beforehand.
Yeah.
Like, it's getting worse. Like, we'll probably get to about, like, the whole thing will be an hour, but the last 15 minutes will be the draw.
Mm-hmm. It's all about watch time, boys and girls.
Get our CCV up.
Yeah. All the money. Abby. Staff.
Abby's at it.
Definitely at it. Definitely at it. If Motherwell can win the Copa del Rey, then there's nothing stopping them winning the World Cup. Oh, brilliant. What about when ITV cut off just before Gerrard's goal in that game as well? Class.
So we're not getting any updates. I've just checked Twitter to see what's going on. Still don't know.
Good.
So it's going well.
Right. See when the African Cup of Nations was on, how boring was that to watch?
It wasn't great, was it?
It was awful.
Aye. It's not always great football though, the AFCON. It's like it's more about just the kind of weird and wonderful things that happen that makes it entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if there's loads of goals, it's usually because a keeper's rubbish, or it's not always the best football thing to watch.
Aye, because I'm looking at they're showing a graphic of the scores right now. They've got so there was 2-1 eaches over 2 legs. There was a 1-0, a 2-2, and Morocco beating Congo 5-2, or DR Congo, sorry, before I get cancelled. It's just like even when I've watched some African games before, it's usually like a 1-0, and that's it. There's one goal. It's never really worth it for me.
I kind of think African football's not as strong as it's been, because like see the time where Ivory Coast had like Drogba up front.
Oh,
and,
like 10 years ago, like
Ivory
Coast
there was some really strong teams. You had Ivory Coast that were really good. Ghana the year with Asamoah Gyan up front. That were really good as well. Suleiman even Senegal that year and France were really good. Like,
aye, Senegal beat France.
Like there's a few brilliant African players, but I don't think there's any really good African teams just now.
Am I a Motherwell fan? Are you taking the piss? Just see it's not yet because Rod Stewart's passed in the Queen.
They're currently heating up the boys so England get the easy group.
Yeah. Paul Clapperton says Motherwell to win 3-1. Motherwell haven't scored 3 or more goals in a match since the Premier Sports Cup group. It's Queen of the South.
That's painful.
Yeah, it's been a long year to say the least. Would you do a watch along to this? I've got tickets for the Scotland-Ukraine game. I'll be going. What about yourself, Mozza?
I don't know yet. Depends what happens with it. But I'm definitely going to try and get tickets for the Wales game if we make it. So we'll see. I think I'll go to Cardiff regardless, even if I don't get a ticket.
Oh, yeah. I'll be going to Cardiff regardless.
Yeah. And we'll probably have a crowd he's going to.
Yeah. Even if they've got like a fan zone.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like, I don't know. Mark will probably confirm it with me. When it's closer to the time, but see when the tickets were announced there for like the friendly against either Wales or Austria, tickets sold like that for the Wales game, and then Wales gave us another like 1,200 tickets or something like that.
And he just disappeared there.
Aye, but then again, all the fans got refunded because Wales beat Austria. Mark says, I feel like a lot of the African players try to play for European countries now. It's all about eligibility these days, which admittedly is rich coming from a Wales fan.
I mean, that was always the case with the French. The French used to cherry pick the best African players. I think Zidane was Algerian technically, was he no? Or like he came from an Algerian family if he was born in France. But like, Zinedine Zidane, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Zidane. I thought that. Aye, because
Zidane is like Koulibaly. I'm pretty sure Koulibaly's African, but he plays for France.
You've got that centre half Koulibaly who plays for Napoli. He still plays for Senegal.
Was it? It must be somebody else I'm thinking of then, but there's definitely a big centre half
really?
that France have got that could have played for an African nation. He went, no, I'll play for France.
I think I saw a stat from the starting 11 that won the World Cup for France. About 9 of them were part African.
Yeah. Just seen Rampant
FM says, is this one of your boys?
This is my boy. How you doing, Chris? They're showing Archie Gamo again, by the way.
Oh, aye.
Don't really know why.
We now have 50 people in the stream. Welcome along, everyone. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. If you're one of those rogue people that hasn't seen this channel before, feel free to subscribe. I'd prefer it if they just did the draw and sat pointing and laughing at us for 50 minutes instead of all the formalities.
I don't get why it's just taking so long.
Oh, no. Watch time, mate. That's all it is.
Aye.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be a fan zone. There was one on a Thursday against Austria, so I imagine there would be in the summer against Scotland.
It's got to be.
Scotland. Aye. Moza, Brady finally got out of the relegation zone and put him last night, by the way.
Cheers. As long as it stays that way.
I thought you were good at FM, Moza.
We don't talk about my skills. No, I had a rough start with the footy, but got our first win last night, so won our third game. We're on the move.
Sweet. I'm English, and I welcome, for what it's worth, I don't really support the national team. Says,
of course you're welcome.
Yeah.
To be fair, see when you hear any Scottish football person like having a laugh about England or that, it's the media. It's always the media we have a go at. Like the English press and English telly, and that is what really annoys us. It's not the fans, apart from the Arsenal fans, obviously, that throw tables about and stuff.
And try and break into a stadium in a cup final.
But every country's got their arseholes. Like,
oh yeah.
But it's English media really winds us up.
Mm-hmm. It's the same with UEFA draws, yeah. I mean, see when it's like the qualification rounds for like the Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, that's actually quite straightforward. It's like when it's the group stage of any major tournament, they always make a big song and dance out of it.
We've got to 2006 in our countdown, so hopefully we've not got too long more to wait. Just read Chris's comment there as well.
I'm not sure. There was a quarter Italian during the Euro final. I was a half Italian during the Euro final. I was an absolute pain to live with during the Euros because like my missus has some English in our family, and I was pure like today I'm quarter Ukrainian, today I'm quarter Italian.
Funny story about the Euro final. I was doing a live stream watch along with it. It was 4 Scottish guys, and they accidentally put us on Twitch's front page tune when Italy won because he thought we were Italian. We were only there for about 5 minutes because like the wee stream overlay had Italian flags on it, and I think they realised pretty quick and got rid of it.
I was a calzone during the Euro final. Don't understand with UEFA though. Always bring out about 20 people. They always bring out this one guy that like scored in a third place match between like France under-18s and Portugal under-18s or something like that.
It's always like a C or D lister, isn't it? It's like Rui Costa will come out, or they've got Idris Elba. There you go. So they've got somebody known. Don't know why he's doing it.
Aye, so you're about 5 seconds ahead of me.
Right. Okay, I'll bear that in mind.
Aye. So what is Idris Elba's role in football?
At the minute, they're just advertising Gucci stuff, so Christ knows what's going on. Why is the World Cup in a Gucci box?
Soon enough, we'll see Kanye West come out the.
With his World Cup Yeezys.
with maroon and white Yeezys because of the flag of Qatar. with the big chevrons about 3/4 up.
I saw this big build up for right. They're doing a X Factor style reveal with two folk about to walk out.
Someone's just said, "Get on with it. It's not Eurovision."
Some random wee lads came out with Didier Deschamps.
Soon enough, they'll be announcing Eric Cantona as the new Doctor Who. To be fair, he'd be decent. Oh, yeah, that'd be a decent wildcard one off the French Doctor Who. Because he did go into acting, didn't he?
He did. He's done movies and stuff, yeah. I think he's quite well known as an actor in France.
Still not quite Vinnie Jones, though, is he?
Nah. This wee boy looks scared for his life, by the way. Brilliant. I don't even know if that's Deschamps' son or something, but he just looks scared, absolutely witless to be standing beside him.
Boy looks like me in like primary 7. Brilliant.
Right, so we're apparently just going to be chatting more, but we're still waiting for the draw. I thought it was about to get started, but no.
I've got it muted, so I don't know what's happening right now. But the boy's got a microphone.
They're doing your usual chatting about absolute nonsense, but you won a World Cup. What's it like?
Aye. What were the tactics you used? I don't know. I'd have to kill you if I told you.
Won't even be that. It'll be like, so in injury time, sponsored by Rolex.
DM says, wonder if someone would walk up on stage and smack at his elbow.
Well, this is happening in Qatar, innit? So they'd probably get arrested for life if they did that. They'd disappear in some kind of gulag and that'd be that.
You get your balls chopped off. You get a stab per step onto the stage.
We've got some movement. Nah, we're still waiting. I'm afraid, folks.
Yeah, actually did. Corner flag sponsored by Wilkinson. So. Brilliant.
Right, they're going to introduce somebody else now, apparently. This is turned into just a critique of the absolute nonsense we're watching rather than the drawing. Like.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
We're back to black and white days again.
All right, here we go. Yes, if Scotland do eventually play Ukraine, I will be there and I will be vlogging it. Do not worry. You've not been shortchanged.
Chris, we're watching it on BBC Sport website, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sky Sports apparently had Stephen Presley on, and I've not seen Jambo comment since, so I think he's fell asleep watching it.
So it's also on Channel 1 as well.
There you go. That's the easy way to watch it.
Mm-hmm. Someone would pitch this build-up. They probably put like 10 million into this ad already.
They're trying to sell it, aren't they? They're proper trying to sell it as like a normal World Cup, and it just doesn't.
This is like their last big chance to market for the World Cup.
Yeah. Here we go. We're getting Mbappe and Ronaldo and all that.
Oh, yeah. We're nearly there. We've
Hopefully
gone from
not
the
long.
Stone Age to modern times in the space of 20 seconds.
Now we're like some random legend that doesn't know, like, he knows what he's doing. He's just getting like held by the hand to pick a ball out. And...
Who's your favourite Scotland player? Stephen O'Donnell.
bias aside, it says.
Oh, wait, sorry. It's got to be Faddy.
Well, are we talking all time here, or are we talking like
We're
right now?
talking right now. I would say Big Shea Adams.
I really like Shea Adams. The only issue with Shea the last couple of games is his passing's not been great, like for layoffs and stuff. But McGinn's got to be my one. I think McGinn's just so good. His set piece delivering that is deadly right now. I've got to say Faddy all the time, aye.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's my chance to like boast about I was in France when he scored that goal. So.
Oh yeah, so you are.
Almost got arrested that night, but we'll move on swiftly.
We've got him here. Better not risk BBC the telly license.
Why is Jermaine Genius there?
Why is Jermaine Genius?
Of all the people they could have got.
No way. No way.
You can have Totti, you can have Zidane. No, let's get the boy off the One show. Like, what? Why is Jermaine Genius there?
Did he ever play in the World Cup?
No. I'm pretty sure he never. They must have been skinned. They spent all their advertising budget on the bloody videos. They were absolutely skinned. They had to rope in Genius.
Like, he was one of the most bang average English players of all time, and he's somehow conducting the draw.
He was just a better Luke Chadwick. Like. So weird. That is so weird. That's the best bit of this programme so far. I enjoyed that.
Alexa, disconnect Gordon's iPhone.
Now disconnected from Gordon's iPhone.
Superb. Yes, for those who didn't know, Gordon is my Sunday name.
I still can't believe that they've got Jermaine Genius to do this, of all people. Like,
Mark Petvo says, Gary Anderson for me. Says,
the main man.
It's disappointed Peter Wright got B last night. Genius went to the school I go to now. Oh God. Crime Watch featuring rampant ethics.
Those licensing folk will be watching, mate. Watch it.
Is a sporting version of
That's brilliant. Does this make us the budget goggle box, I know?
Gogsy box.
Oh, here we go. Cafu's coming out. We've got a proper legend.
Aye, there we go. We've got a proper. Yeah, good. Someone with credibility.
I hate to tell you, they've got hundreds of podiums, so there's going to be a few of them coming.
Oh no. Sean J says this will be John Shelby complete.
John Joe Shelby's twice the player that Genius ever was, at least.
Oh, definitely. Mindy said Espana instead of Espanyol in a Europa League draw.
It's probably just for the best we can't hear this, because I'd just be slagging him absolute rotten. As if I'm not doing that already, you know.
They should have got Dion Dublin presenting instead, man. Homes under the Hammer Supporters Club.
Add a bit of tension to it.
Oh, they better get Gaza out for the England representative. But he'll still be stiff from playing that Rangers game at the weekend.
He could barely walk, never mind anything else. Like,
did you see his goal? It's an absolute screamer.
the rocket, aye.
Pure Cheryl Cole kick.
It was a Diana Ross in USA, like 94, in that pre-game show.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Matt White says, dream group for me, USA, Senegal, Scotland and Spain. All the S's.
Spain would be tough, though. Spain would be really tough.
Rampant says, thought Shelby was taken out in the Harry Potter film.
Abby's still trying to get you to say if Motherwell's going to win. I'm pretty sure you've answered it about 5 times. Like,
I'm just going to ignore it.
Salif Jout is a great shout, by the way, for a legend that might come through at some point.
Oh, aye. Who's this guy? He doesn't look like he played football.
He's a man that paid the bribes.
Oh, yeah. He's listening to his tunes while he's there as well. Look at him.
Yeah, I think they usually be like a couple of folk for the host bid, don't they? So you get a couple of folk for the Qatar group and that. Here's Tim Cahill, so be like one legend for every continent.
What about that boy that was the all-time international top goal scorer before Ronaldo came out?
Oh, the
Ali
Iranian
Dai.
lad. Ali Dai. Or is it Ali Dia?
Sure, with it being Qatar that close to Iran, surely they've got to have him come out.
We'll soon find out. There's Rampant asking the question I was going to bring up at some point.
But
I don't think he will. I can't see it. He would have been called up by now if Clark had any interest in him, man.
That's Qatar's second choice.
Oh, they've got somebody else. Rabi Madja. I've never heard of Rabi Madja, so I don't know who he is. Right, are we ready to go? Please tell me you're going to start the draw.
Oh, Daya is coming out.
Oh, is it? Good stuff.
Guy talking about this morning.
FIFA legend, isn't he?
A Qatar legend from 1970.
Oh, is that what the boys just came out as? Okay.
All right.
Oh, there he is. Adil Ahmed Malala. I had no idea who he was. Still don't.
Oh, so he played for Qatar for 13 years. Did they even have football in the 70s? Come on.
They must have been playing just really low-level games.
Like amateur football.
So he's chatting away, hopefully for a 2-minute spell, nothing longer than that, and we'll get going. Fingers crossed.
Shame Greece never made it. Would have been ideal possible opponent for Scotland with Barca.
Is he starting for Greece? Surely not.
What?
Barkas, is he their starting keeper?
I thought it would have been Odysseus Vlachodimos.
I've no idea who that is.
The goalkeeper for Benfica.
I don't know. I'll be honest. If he plays for Benfica, you think so, yeah.
Surely you've come across Benfica in your FM saves.
Mate, I managed Broomhill in FM. I didn't manage big teams. I'm no signing the boy for Broomhill, am I?
There we go. There's someone we know. Tim Cahill.
I still can't believe we've got Jermaine Sheenis hosting one of us. I'm still chuckling about it.
I need to make a tweet about
that. Get the clip, because I lost it. Like.
I'll get the clip later.
He gets in the squad. That would make sense. Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There's a bit of a screen that's just came up saying let's go. So I think we might be moving. Here's a wee intro spiel. Giving you the explanation, right? We're moving. Didn't he tell us how the pots are decided? He just gave us the bloody pots get going, man.
We already know that you can have a maximum of 2 European nations in the World Cup.
Mhm.
Genus is already trending on Twitter.
He'll be delighted. I think he's famous. Like.
Oh, I know. The
He's
most
gone for job
relevant
Shane Maroon and
Englishman.
Keaton to doing this.
Would you say Gold is better than Turnbull, Christie, and McGinn and all that?
He's a different kind of player. Like Turnbull's more of a sitting player. McGinn and Christie, he's probably closest to Christie, but Gold isn't really a boy that goes out wide. He sits in that kind of robe in behind the striker and just plays great passes through. But the reason I think he should be called up is because he gives you something different, you know? They misspelled Iran, by the way, in the official video, which is great.
Well, IR Iran.
Iran. Unless is that Islamic Republic?
The Iranian Republic of Iran, I think, or something like that.
Iranian Republic of Iran, I think it might be Islamic.
It's something Republic Iran.
Graham Norton. Eurovision style.
Or Independent Republic of Iran. That might be it.
Aye, maybe that.
Graham Norton, this would be class. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know much about football either.
DM, don't worry, we won't need to switch. We're watching it through a feed of the actual draw, so we're all good. Yeah, I like Ryan Jack. That's a good one. Like, say for the Scotland midfield, who would your ideal starting midfield be? Because it's quite tough. We're so strong in the midfield now.
It's Islamic Republic of Iran, says Marcus.
Right, there we go. Because I like Ryan Jack. I think you've got to play Jack, but then somebody's got to miss it. You've got McGregor, you've got McGinn. Suppose you can play McTominay at defence, but...
Yeah. But it is such a pickle, isn't it?
We've got so many good centre-mids. Sure, Armstrong was really good when he came on against Austria as well, I thought.
I actually feel sorry for Steve Clark. He's got such a headache for the
Probably a
midfield.
good thing. Aye.
Aye. And then you've got Billy Gilmore as well.
I didn't even mention Billy. Billy's got to be a guaranteed start, so you're thinking. Aye, Billy's got to be a starter, because he's a future.
Yeah, he is. Who do you
Right,
think
we're getting somewhere,
the...
folks. Here we go.
I'll ask that later. Right, come on. So Qatar will be out first, obviously, because they are the host nation. They have to be out first. They'll be the heated ball.
But there is a red ball in there.
All right, there we go.
Why are you swallowing the balls around, Kathy? Just pick the red ball. It's literally showing you which one to take. There they are. So Qatar's out.
It's always funny when they're like trying to screw the cap off the ball. There you go. Qatar.
Yeah, this draw definitely misses a bit of Rod Stewart, doesn't it?
Specsavers dissing Genus furiously cleans glasses. Oh, it actually is the new Genus hosting the World Cup draw.
That's so weird, man. It's so weird.
That is just weird. It's not a shambles that Qatar is seeded because they are the host nation. The host nation.
Yeah, the host nation always gets seeded, yeah. Is that not what happened in Japan and South Korea as well, which is what helped them be good?
Yeah.
I think both of them were seeded.
Aye, they were both, like, one of them was Group A, one of them was Group B. I'm pretty sure.
England's going to Group B.
You sure? Because I'm pretty sure there was they've got a ball to decide what group.
Oh, so they do. Sorry, aye.
But I don't see the sense of that. That just takes up too much time.
But it's a red ball, so he's done that deliberately. It is his B they go to.
Conspiracy.
I don't know. Bizarre, isn't it?
I don't understand.
We just need to rattle through all the first round picks, and then we can actually work out who's going to play who. So
what's going to happen? Is that a hamster coming out? Sorry, I'm that bored. I was preoccupied for a sec.
DM, we know England are going to get the easy draw. Is there one group stage in modern times you can think of England get a really tough group? I can't think of one.
Nah.
It's when they get to the knockouts they struggle. Like, it just seems to be the English way that they get the confidence up at a pretty easy group and then they like fail miserably eventually.
Yeah. We're surely not lucky enough to end up in Qatar's group.
Nah, I wouldn't think so.
See if we are in Group A, that'd be amazing.
Watch it be like France, Serbia, Denmark or something like that.
Nah, we can't because there's only a maximum of 2 European nations in a group.
So it is. Didn't think about that.
So we're wanting. So if there's a European nation that's drawn into B or D, I'm assuming that's D, then we won't be in those groups.
To be fair, when you look at the 2014 World Cup group that England only got 1 point for, Uruguay and Costa Rica were 2 of the teams they should have got through that. They had Italy, fair enough, but
Italy was the other, wasn't it?
They got a draw against Costa Rica, get beat by Uruguay, get beat by Italy.
Amazing. Amazing.
Uruguay are always tough, to be fair, but England should have beat them.
But then again, it was Brazil. Uruguay used the conditions of South America.
I would never ever want to draw Uruguay in a group, like, because
No.
they just play the dirty game so well. I love how they're trying to show reactions of the managers when like, literally don't have any other teams in their group that they've just been drawn into.
It's just the ultimate poker face they're getting.
Like Luis Enrique's like, aye, good, I'm in a blank group. Thanks for that. Cheers. I can see us getting France there. France or England or Spain.
I don't want France. Anyone but France.
I forgot Roberto Martinez was Belgian manager as well.
Aye. Forgot he used to play for us as well.
So this one's a red ball as well.
So they'll be Group F.
There must be logic to this with some balls being
there will
different
be
colours.
logic to the madness. Method to the madness, that's the phrase. But I think it's because there will be times where, for example, if it's like Switzerland drawn in England's group, then Serbia can't get into that group, so they'll have to go to a different pot.
Aye. Somebody a lot smarter than us has worked out.
Sausage Man says it's for game days and times, I'd have thought.
Possibly. Caden, if you go on the BBC Sport website, you'll see it there, mate.
Yeah. It'll be about 2 hours before we are drawn out, though, so. Put the light on. It's getting dark.
That's how long this draw's taking, aye.
Cheers, Kieran. Appreciate that, mate.
Right, we've got through the first bit. So we're actually going to get some interest now.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting.
Do you really need to draw the ball out of Group H? We know they're going to Group H. I'm lost. Right. This is where things get a bit more interesting. England are Group B, so we'll find out about them pretty quickly who they're getting out of pot to.
Yeah.
I was going to say, didn't he? That live stream almost cut off there.
Oh, I saw that as well.
How are we thinking England are getting?
Hopefully Germany.
Netherlands. So they get Qatar,
Oof.
I think.
Yeah.
There's no issues with them playing Qatar, is there? No, I'm pretty sure they go in Group 1. Aye, they do, yeah.
So Qatar and the Netherlands.
Why have they just gone to the 4th spot in Group A? What's the story there?
What? Oh, so they're A4. So
Must just be for fixtures and stuff to make it completely random.
yeah, because the draw's predetermined.
Of course they got the easy draw.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I called it. I actually called it.
I can't. I mean, I can believe it.
Every time, man. Every time they get the easy pot 2 draw, like. Maybe not every time, but every time.
Every time, man. See the comments now. Do you want us to avoid giving spoilers? Yes, please. Avoid spoilers. Surely midfield 3 of McGregor, McGinn, Gilmore with Christie just behind the striker. It's an interesting one.
Strong. All the combos are strong, not to be fair.
Need a surprise entrant in this to make some beliefs.
Undertaker style Egypt back from the dead.
The Pharaoh comes out the coffin.
Salah comes out dressed up.
Mexico in Group C. Don't Argentina get Mexico quite a lot as well?
I don't know if they'll be allowed to draw together. Aye, they are. That's it.
Aye, because they're different continents.
Oh, aye, of course, Mexico are north. I keep forgetting that.
Geography lesson.
It's because you never think of Central as north or south, do you? You just think it had been there.
Yeah, it's just there inconveniently.
That's the right way around, mate. Aye. That's shaping up to be a good. Argentina and Mexico in the same group's good. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You'd want to avoid it, though.
Yeah, I would hope we avoid that. Yeah, Mexico got Argentina in 2010.
Yeah. France and Denmark. That's an interesting paid in there as well.
So that means we're not getting France. That's good.
So it does. Yes, that means we can't go into Group D, you're right.
Superb.
So we might be able to narrow this down quite a bit by the time they get to Group 4, depending on what teams go where.
Declan Gallagher to get a hat-trick versus Wales. He doesn't
That
even get a
is
game
one of the
for
boldest
Aberdeen.
shouts I've ever heard in my life. Aye.
It's the worst one. That's even worse than suggesting Ukraine should get a bye to the World Cup. Nah, if USA avoided defeat against England, how annoying they'd be towards England would be superb.
All the boys that think Christian Pulisic is the best player in the world would be out in force. It'd be great.
As Tommy Doherty once said, Scotland will be home before the postcard. Aye, very good.
Germany and Spain.
I think you'll find during Christmas the post is very, very difficult.
We have just avoided another group of death.
Oh yes! That's 2 birds with 1 stone.
Happy, very happy with that.
I'm delighted with that. Spain and Germany in the same group.
I love how it's taken so long that I've had to switch from BBC One to BBC Two. That's mental.
Why is it the one show next, or is it like something else?
Jermaine Genius is just going to go straight for the studio to do
Yeah.
that.
I'll be back in a sec, boys.
Welcome to the One Show live from Doha.
That Baker's had to come back just as
There's
a sub.
another one as well, by the way. Belgium. We can't go into that group either.
Oh, Belgium, Croatia. That's good.
Aye, we didn't want either of them, so that's alright, yeah.
Aye.
Our options are beginning to narrow down a wee bit here.
Yeah, they
So that's
really
three
are.
groups we can't go to.
I'd happily take Group A, by the way.
D, E, and F are out of the game.
Uh-huh.
And if Switzerland go to Group H would be out of the game as well.
It would. That means we'd have to get Brazil.
Brazil,
or-
Uruguay would be a hell of a pain as well. I'd love that. To be fair, Uruguay, Portugal would be a good pain, you know.
Uh-huh. But I think Uruguay have to be out. I don't think Uruguay can play Brazil.
But this Uruguay just came out now. So we'll find out if they tell us that they need to go to a different group or not. Jermaine Genius looks very confused. Don't know if that's just his standard way, but he looks very, very confused.
So I think
You're right. You're right,
Yeah.
Boxy. Yeah.
So Brazil will get Switzerland
Yeah.
and
Portugal get Uruguay.
Portugal will get Uruguay. Yeah, there we go. We're just trying to fill out the groups right now, so then at the end of the show, I don't have to rush.
Going to be a belter this tournament. I hope it is, because like if it's a bit of a rubbish tournament, it'll feel like a total letdown. Being like a dodgy Winter World Cup with rubbish football.
Rampant says it's set up for us to be in with Brazil.
I mean,
I wouldn't.
wouldn't
mean-
be against it.
I think the last time we played Switzerland in a tournament was Euro '94.
We had a wee chat earlier on saying I didn't think Switzerland are that good. They're a team that always seems to qualify real, but
I mean, they did really well in their group because they topped it with Italy in their group.
yeah.
But I genuinely think in a one-off game we can do Switzerland.
Oh, aye. Yeah, definitely. I'd rather play the Swiss than I'd play like Croatia, put it that way.
Oh yeah. We're not here to talk about the old firm.
Wow, that's a swipe.
So pot 3. Thoughts on a new rule idea from my mate. All players have taken a pen, so there's a random spotlight dancing about, and it lands on an away support fan and a home support fan. Then they scrap to win.
It's like the kiss cam, but like a square goal cam.
I'd much prefer like the manager takes the 12th pen.
By the way, if they go into Group A, we want Group A.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think you're explaining it though. I think. See if England get Iran and the USA. No, Iran can't be in the same group as the USA, surely.
I they can.
They can?
They're different continents.
I was more meaning the way the countries feel about each other, but
Aye.
England
Iran-
have literally got the
England
easiest
have
group in the world.
finessed their way into the best possible group again. No way.
Right, we need Group B. Simple as that.
We have to take Group B. Group
Us or
B is
Wales
the
or
way-
Ukraine need Group B. That's unbelievable, by the way.
That-
The jammiest of jammy look.
I can't believe that. Right. Just pull out Poland or Serbia for Group A now, please. That'd be great.
Well, they kind of only got certain places they can go, Poland and Serbia.
Mm-hmm. Group A is one of them.
Senegal to Group A.
Oh.
She's explaining something again, so I don't know if they are going to Group A.
This has been so well finessed by England. I can't believe this.
They are going to Group A, right. Qatar,
so-
Senegal, Holland. Feels like a weaker group.
I mean, we can definitely beat Qatar. So if we can just sneak a draw off Senegal, that'd be...
I'd absolutely take that group, aye.
Yeah. I mean, it would be interesting.
If it would be us or Senegal,
Yeah.
I think that's a fair fight. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think man to man, I think we could definitely beat Senegal.
Yes, Chris saying he'd prefer A over B as well, aye.
Mm-hmm.
Poland, Argentina, Mexico. Poland just feels out of place in that group, I'm not going to lie.
They really do, don't they? They've got one of the most lethal strikers in the world.
Aye. They're actually a decent team when you look at them, Poland.
Aye. I mean, when we were playing them on last Thursday night, I thought they were the better team in the first half.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Bear in mind they were resting quite a few players, no?
Yeah, they were. So, I mean... Aye, so Poland are the last team in that group, so...
Well, Marcus isn't happy.
Instead of managers taking last pen, how about managers do a 100-metre sprint to defeat it? Oh. Imagine if you're up against Julian Nagelsmann, though. He's like one of the youngest managers. He'd probably win every time. So Serbia will be probably in Group G. I think.
So that's another group we can't go into now.
Uh-huh.
Aye, so the whole middle of the draw is gone for us. We can't go to D, E, F, or G.
Mm-hmm.
So we're A, B, C, or H, guaranteed now.
Yeah. Oof.
Which is not bad. You'd want to avoid C.
Bad. But want to avoid H.
Aye, so A or B is ideal, I would say.
Yeah, A or B.
I mean, C would be banter because we get to see some good football and get absolutely tonked.
Yeah.
Probably the same with H, to be honest, depending on who else goes to H.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if it was Portugal, Uruguay, and like Tunisia, I'd take it.
Mm-hmm. So Sean says, so the team in the second spot plays the team in the first spot in their first games.
Right, there goes Tunisia.
Tunisia,
France and Denmark.
I feel sorry
Tunisia,
for them.
France is an interesting one.
Aye. Because Tunisia is another feeder nation for France.
Aye, yeah. It's not like, what was his name? Hatem Strebelsi was Tunisia's big player for ages, wasn't he?
Sorry?
Left back. I think it was Strebelsi was called.
Oh, yeah. So D4.
Derek McInnes versus Stephen Glasner scrap. I'd pay for money to see it, aye.
How would you feel if we got England's? I wouldn't be too disheartened.
I'd be happy with England's group. But I'd be delighted with that, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the groups we've avoided, they're all like France and Denmark. I would have wanted to avoid, so that's cool. Spain and Germany have now got Japan. Belgium, Croatia, you'd have wanted to avoid as well. I think we're doing all right.
I think we've done quite well.
Might be the first World Cup since the 70s we don't make it out of the group. I hope not for you, Marcus. I mean, you could be Scottish and never have got out of a group ever in a World Cup, but...
Aye. Cheers, Regan. Thank you. Right, next is Pro... Right, we'll see.
That Group F's looking a wee bit weak now.
Morocco in Group F.
Aye. I don't think Morocco are that good.
So that means Korea, or South Korea, sorry, are in Group H with Portugal and Uruguay.
Yeah. It wouldn't be ideal, but it's not horrible.
Aye.
South Korea and Uruguay, Portugal being the big one.
Mm-hmm. Well, just remember we have Ukraine and Wales to get. Aye, obviously we said at the start we completely expressed this at the start. We have to get through, but that we have done this just in case. Like,
I mean, to be fair, I want Wales to do well if it's them that gets through as well. So,
exactly.
And obviously the same would go for Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Still not convinced we'll actually end up playing Ukraine. No, I think it'll be us v Wales. And I just want to avoid Group C like the plague.
Aye. Absolutely. Hopefully we are drawn out before Group C. The reason they are doing the pots like this is so pot 1 and 2 couldn't play each other in the first game. Ah, right.
Aye, so it mixes it up a wee bit.
Aye. So there's still a bit of interest going into the second week of the tournament. Come on. Who do you think Scotland will? Hopefully, Group A or B, just one of them.
Group A or B are the perfect ones. Group H is not great, but we'll deal with it. Group C is a disaster.
Aye.
So we'll get Group C. And we'll not even make the tournament. No, we will make the tournament if we get Group C because it's a disaster.
Definitely. 100%. If it's A or B, then we will not make the tournament.
That's not us. So Group A has gone.
Who is it? It's
Intercontinental Playoff. Do they go Group A? Or do they get fired somewhere else? They get fired Group D, right? Okay, that's good.
Right, okay.
I'm not really sure why, but we'll take it.
What? Is that because it's an Asian nation?
Possibly.
Is that Australia's one with Peru?
I'm not sure. It doesn't tell you which nation. It just says IC Playoff 1, so it's like... It's one of them. It could be the New Zealand one as well. Come on. No ideal.
So then, this guy is bringing out Ecuador for Group A then.
I think they go Group A. I'm just waiting to... Jermaine's trying to explain it.
Such a weak
Aye, they go Group A. Right, so Group A's gone.
That
was a weak
That is the weakest group I've seen at a World Cup in years.
The Dutch will be delighted.
The Dutch will be rubbing their hands with glee.
Senegal will be happy with that as well. It gives them a right good shot.
Aye, it does.
So this is it. We need to come out next
the moment
if
of
we've
truth,
got any
isn't it?
hope of doing anything if we get there.
This is the moment of truth. If we get England again, like Twitter's gonna go mad.
Oh no.
Oh, don't.
Wait a minute, Saudi Arabia won't go with Iran.
No, they won't. They'll go into Group C.
Poor Saudi Arabia if they go Group C, by the way.
And they'll be pure dicked on.
They're going Group C. That's the disaster going.
That is the worst case scenario out of the picture.
So we can only be Group B or Group H.
Oof.
That saved us, by the way, them coming out there.
That has.
Poor Saudis, Jesus. I've just noticed somebody saying there, if that is the opening game of the World Cup, yuck. Qatar, Ecuador.
Oh.
Is that seriously going to be the opening game?
Didn't Canada? Yeah, Canada top their group, but Canada can't get Group B.
I got excited because I thought it said European playoff and it didn't.
So then that could be Costa Rica. That's not going to be Group B either.
I don't think it is. It's Group E they go to.
It's Group E.
Yep.
Aye, because Australia play Peru. Australia cannot get Iran. And Costa Rica will be playing...
That's a hell of a draw for them as well, because Spain, Germany and Japan in that group. Ouch.
Oof. Yeah, I think we could get Group B, by the way.
Well, we can only be in one or two groups.
Unless Cameroon or Ghana get drawn out.
We can only be in one or two. And... result. Group B.
Yes, there we go.
Perfect draw. Other than Group A, yep. Perfect draw. So Wales, us or Ukraine will face England, Iran and the USA. That's a... See if it's Scotland or Wales that go into that group, or even if it's Ukraine going into that group, that's a wee bit of a hot potato international politics group, that, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
That's perfect. Delighted with that.
That is a very hot potato politics group.
The USA are no mugs, but out of the teams that we could have got in their pot, I'm happy with the USA. Like, we know we can play them. We know we can get a result against them.
Cameroon into probably Group G, I think it will be.
And the USA's manager right now is useless as well. They all hate him.
Really?
Aye, Berhalter.
Aye, because they only got through on goal difference.
Yeah, like he's all like we favourites that don't even necessarily start at club level and stuff.
Interesting, very interesting.
Cameroon got to Group G.
So that means Canada will be Group F and Ghana will be Group H.
Group G looks interesting. Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon are all decent.
So Group F will be Canada. And
that's a good group in there. Oh, wait a minute. No, Ghana's got to go Group H, don't they?
No, because Morocco
go with Morocco.
Aye, so
Canada's guaranteed Group F, and then Ghana. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Jobs are good.
Pretty sure Portugal played Ghana at the 2010 World Cup in the group stage. I think. So I think this makes for quite an interesting tournament. We're having another piss up for the England game if
Absolutely.
we get
Absolutely. What you don't know about our piss up for the England game, Gogs, is I barely got home that night. I literally had to crawl into my house because I couldn't walk anymore.
Marx's June just became spicy. Well,
yeah, it really did, by the way. It really did.
There is so much more at stake now.
Canada are the last team to come out. There you go. Group F.
Oh. Potentially playing Wales for a place to play England.
In a group, you'd like to think that all the teams in that are capable of beating Iran.
Yeah.
And if that was to happen, that'd be an interesting three-way tug-of-war, regardless if it's us or Wales or Ukraine. Because England, you can get points off of them. Again, with Americans, the same. It's quite an open group, that. We'll need to see what order the games would fall in as well.
I don't see England get, like, no matter who it is that gets that playoff spot, I don't see England getting 9 points out of that group.
I would love it if the Americans beat them. I think that would be hilarious. Imagine Twitter if the Americans beat them.
Oh, I know. It would be so good. Right, so we'll run through the groups then, because they are doing that on BBC. So we've got in Group A, Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and the Netherlands. A bit of a tight group. Group B, the one we all really care about now, England, Iran, USA, and then Wales or Scotland or Ukraine. Group C sees Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Group D is France, the winner of Intercontinental Playoff 1, Denmark and Tunisia. Spain, then the winner of Intercontinental Playoff 2, Germany and Japan. Group H, Belgium, Canada, Croatia, and Morocco. Group G, Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Group H, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. Moza, what's your final words on that?
Thank God we didn't end up with Argentina and Mexico. That's all I've got to say. No, it's a good draw for whoever gets through our playoff, isn't it? Like,
oh, it is,
if
yeah.
the Welsh
Definitely.
get through, I actually think the Welsh get through that group. I think they get in the knockouts. I don't know if it would be England or America, but one of them is going to mess up, I feel like, at some point in that group. So
Yeah.
I think it's a great draw for Wales. If we get there, I'd like to think we can take something off England, but we just need to wait and see.
Mm-hmm. And it's up to us whether we want to actually get our act together against Iran, who'll be used to the heat. And then
Iran, for all they'll be used to the heat, aren't that good. But they're the kind of team that we will draw against if we need a win.
But the thing is, we once played Iran, and I think it was in the Argentina World Cup, and we drew 1 each in Cordoba.
Yeah.
Also the USA. I don't think we've beaten them in my living memory.
But we played them off the park last time we played them in that friendly, if I remember right.
No.
They were really poor. We weren't great either, to be fair, but we were still better than them. It was just a really bad game, if I remember.
Yeah. So I would like to think, and then Ukraine, I think Ukraine are a good side anyway, but it's up to what actually happens in June.
I think we've got the players to get a result against the US.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wales have got the players to get a result against the US as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why we wanted them out of that pot. Out of all the teams in that pot, they were one of the 2 weakest teams there, I think. So we couldn't ask for a better draw. We just need to handle our business now.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching and joining us for the 1 hour and 38 minutes for a 20-minute draw. Fantastic. But,
the German
it's all about the watch time. But yeah, thank you once again, everyone. Thanks very much to my co-host Moza for coming on and enjoying what happened. Yeah, hopefully we'll be there in November, December time. And yeah, thanks very much once again, guys, and we'll see you later. Take care.
Adios.